God doesn't require us to just lightly sprinkle ourselves with Christianity.
Right.
He's asking for us to give our lives. Like, this is like, put your whole weight on me.
I think of you as an apologist for children. You teach apologetics at our local assembly, and you also direct our children's program for the Culture Proof Conference that is heavy into apologetics and teaching the discipline of what it is to not only follow the Lord, but give a reasoned defense for that. Can you share with our listeners just how that became a passion of yours, maybe even a little bit of your testimony?
Yeah. First of all, so thank you for having me. This was awesome. When I received the email that we were going to set this up, I thought it was great. When we first met, I remember being really inspired by you also, because your commitment to what the Lord had called you to was very, very inspiring. And so likewise, I feel like we have similar passions, but just the way that God called us was slightly different. So yeah, I got saved. I want to say, I always feel like saying later in life, but I was 16. So it wasn't like later in life, but I just did not grow up in church, And so when I started really seeking God and he really captured my heart, I had a lot of questions. And we've talked about this many times, but my questions, were from the simplest questions, like, what about dinosaurs, to all the way to understanding salvation and sanctification. And so I had all the questions and I kept asking and the Lord kept answering. And, I'm very grateful looking back that I could have really been deceived, Meeke. Like, I really could have been caught up with false doctrine because I had so many questions and I had the hunger to learn, but I wouldn't have known if it was, false teachings or proper doctrine, So I'm very, very grateful that God really put guardrails in my life and taught me many things. So yeah, so a lot of my questions were answered. And then as I, had children and everything, and the Lord really called me to be home with them and homeschool them and disciple them, it became a passion in that I wanted them to understand who God is. Understand that it is an intelligent faith, because I feel like that was one of my areas that I was like, okay, I need to understand, because I always say this, God doesn't require us to just lightly sprinkle ourselves with Christianity.
Right.
He's asking for us to give our lives. Like, this is like, put your whole weight on me. So if he's asking us that, then asking us for that, then I need to know that I know that this is real and this is true, right? So a passion grew from my walk with the Lord. And then as I started helping my children walk with him, it just grew and it continued to grow. And then it just expanded from my house to other children, and having the desire to help them. Well, let me finish that statement. To help them understand that God is real, that we can intelligently understand that God desires that we have faith in a God who leaves evidence of who he is. And that we can articulate. And as we always use the scripture in Peter, sanctify him first and then be ready to give a reason for the hope that we have. And God commands us to do that. And it's available to us, Yeah. And so it's been a passion. It's been a great passion. God has done great things, just even like directing the children's portion of the Culture Proof Conference. I mean, it blows my mind what God does every single year, and it takes a different take every year based on scenarios and how the way we've been doing it. But in the room, in the classrooms, these children are getting the same things I want to say that the adults are getting in this way, right? Because a lot of the times, we want to downgrade what the children are getting because we think that they can't handle the meat and the weightiness of scripture. And that's not true. Children can at 4 and 5 and 6, they can understand the weightiness, of course, at their level, but they can understand that God is real. And what in his character, we can reveal he reveals his character, and we can help them understand his character, and of course, understand the scriptures and all that. So I want to always make sure that we understand that children should be treated in that way. They're human. They are going to eventually give their hearts to Christ if they haven't already, and they can be trained.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.